All right, all right, all right. All right. Let's start this motherfucking video with the song that I came across yesterday that I fuck with. It doesn't seem to be super popular just yet, but who knows? Maybe it will. It came out in maybe like 2019. Who knows? This is Ollie Ride, the rising tide, baby. Oh, yeah. I know this is going on YouTube, and apparently you can't play music, but fuck it, baby. Fuck it. You can suck my dick. Oh wait, I don't think you're supposed to say that either. Oops. Oh well. I'm not monetized anyhow, so whatever. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh, here's the banger. All right. Well, yeah, that's the song I'm fucking listening to right now. Or came across yesterday. And honestly, I fuck with it. I fuck with it. Like, yeah, where I'm at right now in life and this journey is, I don't know, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear something uplifting, um, encouraging, and positive. Something that I don't know, reinvigorates that faith and hope. Um, I know it doesn't. I don't know. That's just what I need right now. And sometimes, I feel like my man, sweet baby Jesus, he provides in those times. And I came across this song by fucking just, happenstance, just randomly. I don't even know how I came across it, to be honest. But for some reason, I felt the desire to click on it. And then it instantly just connected with me, especially the chorus. Like yesterday, after the gym, I took a shower. Yeah, you know, let's hope I took a shower. But uh, yeah, I was in there. I was like, rising, rising. I was like, man, what? That song is catchy. Where's that from? And then I just fucking clicked in rising, rising on the YouTube, and bada bing, bada boom, the song came back up. The reason being, that was the second time I listened to it yesterday. Like the first time was just randomly, and then second time was intentional. And then I had to make it an even three, you know what I'm saying? To end the day. But yeah, I guess the chorus just kind of connected with me and was something that I really needed to hear, especially yesterday. Yeah. Uh, yeah. It's just, it's just hard sometimes being patient. Um, like, I don't know. I don't want to get too far into the details, but yeah, it's hard being patient, especially with things that are hurting you. It's like trying to remain patient with like someone punching you or something. You know, at a certain point, even if that person that initially punched you, over time, that the most um, the most recent punch hurts a little bit more, probably because of the damage that um, you've already been dealt. So this is just an analogy, okay? But there's something going there. Patience, and so it's hard to be patient when it's something that is hurting you or something that has hurt you in the past and is happening right now. So that's just where I was at. I was just feeling low, and honestly, I just wasn't feeling that good. Um, I wasn't feeling that sure about stuff, and I was just, it was just a multifaceted thing that led to me feeling that way. Not only history, but also like more recent history, and not just like relationship wise, because this is, you know, this patient thing is something relationship wise. Uh, it, but there's other things that I've had to remain patient about during this season, um, during this time, and so it's just like a fucking lasagna, just a lasagna of, hey, of a lasagna of, um, yeah, challenges, a lasagna of challenges, and they all fed into each other at the moment at this past week, and they came to the very, very, like, I guess the mountaintop of it all. And yeah, so in getting to that mountaintop, I needed to hear something encouraging. And I came across this song, and it just stuck with me and helped me and just provided encouragement for for the moment I was going through. And now, you know, I'm feeling better. But that also had to deal with actually communicating a little bit with that person and uh, relationship person. And yeah, I just, I guess now I need time. I need time. I need to be a little bit, you know, I don't know. I need to take care of myself, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. We live in a society that's, very self-indulgent and stuff. But are they nurturing to themselves? That's a different question. Um, yeah, I only bring that up because this um, this challenge of being patient with this person, relationship wise. Um, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, so now that, you know, she wants to talk about stuff, I don't think I can, at least not now. So I feel better because I've been able to communicate that. And I did communicate that. I'm not gonna just, whether we choose to talk today or not, it's ultimately up to me and making sure that I'm okay to be able to talk to her. And in reality, right now, and last night when she asked if we could talk, I wasn't in a good place. Like I said, yesterday was probably like the mountaintop of this stuff. And especially relationship wise. And so I was struggling. And then she came out of the blue and was like, all right, let's can we talk? I was like, about what? About us. Yo, we haven't talked for like, I've been completely ignored for like a couple days, definitely. And I've definitely not been communicated with for, a couple of weeks now. Or longer than that, longer than a couple of days. And yeah, so when she asked, I said, yeah, okay, we can talk. But then I just couldn't sleep. I just couldn't sleep because I needed to tell her that I couldn't. I needed to tell her how I felt. And I needed to tell her that I didn't really feel like talking. Not just because of my feelings and stuff, but also because of her. Like, if I were to go into a conversation about us or just a conversation in general, I wouldn't be 100%. I would not be 100%. I would be freaking angry and would lack patience and would just, I don't know, I would just be a dick, And I don't want to be a dick. I don't want to be an asshole. And I've been able to not be that, my last serious relationship was, like 3 years ago. Yeah, like 3 years ago. And so, I didn't do the best in that. I fucked up, I made mistakes, and, I was younger and I just didn't know as much. And since then, I've been patient with women and understanding, maybe not the best communicator still, but now, I'm trying to do that a little bit more. And what's challenging about this person or this relationship is that, I don't know, I like her. And so when that's the case, you feel emotions. Obviously you feel emotions, at least hopefully you feel emotions. So those emotions just feel stronger. So it's a little bit harder to be patient, ironically enough, because it's the person you like. So, you would want to be patient, but it's harder to be patient sometimes. So, yeah, I feel good that I communicated with her, that I needed time before talking to her to get over my emotions and hopefully go into the conversation in a better mindset than what I was going to go into it. Because if I went into it, I literally wrote this down today. I said I would have burnt it to the ground. I would have burnt everything to the ground. I would have, in this time of waiting and just being disregarded, I've just wanted to burn it to the ground too. And it's been hard trying to freaking manage those emotions to be like, dude, you have to wait. You have to wait. You have to wait. It's been so hard, man. It's been hard as shit. Especially because that that fucking like initial thing that you want to do when you get hurt is like, I'm gonna burn this shit to the ground. You hurt me, I want to hurt you. That's that's like the initial reaction. And I'm trying, and I have been good, way better than what I would have been in the past. And yeah, because I want to see what my man Sweet Baby Jesus has here, what he's working. If anything, I'm working through patience and, you know, liking someone and like having my heart open and being open to receiving and giving love. And that's big. It wasn't always like that. You know, I've been closed off for a number of years, even when I was in a relationship, number of years. Much like the song The Rising Tide, it came out in like 2019. I've been closed off. Yeah, I've been closed off since then, you know, maybe even a bit before. I felt, you know, I felt alone. Whether I was in a relationship or not, or whether I was around friends or family, I felt alone. And yeah, this past year, you know, being, dating people and just being able to like, you know, be real with them and with my emotions and where I thought things were going and like my thoughts of relationships and stuff. Just being direct and honest with them has been great. It's been great, and it's all been working its way. It's like working out. So I've been working out, being in a relationship with multiple women last year. Never, not really multiple women at one time, but just, like a couple of weeks here, a month there, But yeah, just being honest about my emotions and not necessarily wanting to continue things with them. So shout out to all of them because whether they realize it or not, they've helped me get to this point of being open, of being willing to be open, of being willing to be accepting. You know? And so now that we're here and we're really willing to, and then in a way, I was just with like past experiences and trauma and stuff, like being alone or being disregarded was something that, it's much greater than this person, this relationship. These feelings are something that, have been around for a while. And so the way that she went about taking her time and space was just like, let me not even talk to him. But the part that confused me was that she says she's big on communication. So, I mean, I get it. You are communicating with me. But at the same time, you're communicating with me, but you're not communicating with me. Because, see, I can give time and space, but to just completely ignore someone, I don't necessarily think they're the same thing. I think that it takes like a second to send a message, and it just takes a little bit of effort to make it, you know, something meaningful. It just takes a little bit of effort. It doesn't take much. And I haven't really received that, so like I said, I can't go into, I had to be honest with her. And I also have to be honest with myself about these things. Because it's not, and I am, because it's not just her. These feelings are something that are greater than her. And it just so happens that, you know, she just freaking pushed it, She just, you motherfucker. So, yeah. I just have to, I'm just being honest. I just have to communicate. I have to communicate with her, and I have, and I have to communicate with myself, and I have. Because in the past, I would have just, like I said, I would have burnt it to the ground, or I would have, or I would have, just not really looked at it, the whole picture. I would have not looked at the whole picture. I would have just been fixated on this one fucking emotion, this one fucking thing, and I wouldn't have been like, where is this coming from? Why is this bothering you so much? Where? And what? What about this is bugging you so much? Whereas in the past, I would have just been like, you're the problem. You're the fucking problem, lady. But now I'm not. It's not just her. It's, like I said, it's a multifaceted thing that has been going on throughout my entire life. You think, so that's just funny how those things, those triggers, whether or not you want to fucking act like you've got it all together, sometimes those things come back. And it's hard. It's very hard. But hopefully we can grow. And I feel like I have. Actually, I know I have. And I've really, 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 really have counted on my man, sweet baby Jesus. Like, legit. And he's provided. Like, for example, with that song, that was just a song that I needed to hear. That I needed to hear to uplift me and empower me and give me hope and faith. But before yesterday, so on Tuesday, Jesus provided, and out of the fucking blue. All right, so I went to do comedy, Good Nights. It was an open mic, and I didn't make it. I didn't make the list, and I didn't get pulled from the bucket. So I was just where I was just like, dude, I fucking need a win. I need a dub. I need a fucking dub. And I didn't get it. At least not in the way that I thought I was. But after Good Nights, I was like, dude, I gotta get some fucking ice cream. I gotta get this fucking dub. And I walked past this homeless man, and then I got between, like halfway between him and the ice cream shop. I walked past him and got like halfway between the two. And then I turned around. I felt a need to ask him if he wanted ice cream. And so, yeah, I went back and I fucking asked him if he wanted ice cream. He said it, is Chick-fil-A okay? And initially I was like, oh man, this motherfucker. But then I was like, yeah, you know what? You're fucking right. Actual food versus fucking ice cream. So, and I was like, dude, I can just get ice cream at Chick-fil-A. Fuck it, let's check to see if it's open. It was closed, sadly. But we still went and got ice cream, and then we talked afterwards, eating our ice cream, and then we talked some more after eating ice cream. And then we even fucking smoked a little bit and continued to talk, you know? And I feel like that was God. I really do. Not only was this man named Zach, whose name's Zach, not he just, I don't know. He needed me and I needed him at that time. At a certain point in the conversation, he was like, yeah, man, I was just sitting here thinking about things to end things. But then he went into like how he doesn't even want to do that really because, you know, his father did. And so he doesn't want to do that like him. But he was saying that he was just tired. He was just tired. He was just so tired. And going back to the patience thing, I was tired too. So we were able to connect about that, about being tired. And, you know, he just said where he was at and some of his mistakes, not necessarily too many details, some of his struggles and the life of like a little bit of the life of living homeless, and really just got a lot of things off his chest. And honestly, so did I. You know, I didn't necessarily go into as many things as he did, but a lot of the things he was saying, I could relate to it. I could be like, you know what, dude, it's fucking hard being a man. It is hard. It's fucking hard. It's hard being patient. It's hard. It's fucking hard. It's hard talking to, you know, women are great. Women are great. And to be in a relationship, in a loving relationship where you're supported and, you know, she holds it down, things like that, that would be fucking amazing, man. But see, yeah, where he's at is, you know, part of it is where I've been, and that is kind of like not necessarily being, you know, not forgiving yourself. And I could just tell. And I just hope that, you know, he has many blessings and is able to overcome that and is able to get back to where he wants, to get where he wants to be in a loving relationship, to be able to, you know, support and live a fulfilling life. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like, you said something about I'm at like what it fucking just kind of he said being homeless is kind of like the Squid Games or like this other movie, I don't know the name of it, but it was like essentially like a hot potato blame game is what I kind of imagined it as. But this hot potato blame game is like the person that fucking threw the potato at you or something is like hiding somewhere, you know? Isn't even in the circle of hot potato. And I said, you know what, dude, that kind of sounds like the whole like good versus evil thing, you know? And like, yeah, I don't know. Like, a lot of people talk about like the things wrong and, you know, hurt and pain and stuff like that. But, and then they blame my man, sweet baby Jesus, but in reality, that's not necessarily him. It's this shadowy figure that's, you know, that people don't really talk about. You know, they do, but they don't. They talk about all the shit he does, but they don't fucking blame it on him. They're like, oh man, fuck sweet baby Jesus. They're like, let's blame him. And my man, sweet baby Jesus, is like, all right. He's like Akon. He's like, all right, you can put the blame on me. And I don't know. Not everyone can see it that way. Where am I going with this? Okay, yeah, Squid Game stuff. Yeah, so like, so what that kind of like, this isn't the first homeless person I've talked to and talked to about safety and things like that. And yeah, it's fucking crazy to think about. It is crazy to think about. Like, there's turf wars. It's essentially like fucking just like either they're like single or like multiple people, like micro gangs in a way, is what it kind of like reminded me of. Like, yeah, like protect yourself, like take care of yourself, and also if you have a, you know, a group of people, they could take care of you, and you know, you form like a little community and stuff. And yeah, he said something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into the weeds of what we talked about because yeah, I just don't want to. But ultimately, I just really needed to connect, and I really wanted to talk about stuff and just, you know, I was able to. And I was able to eat some fucking ice cream. That was amazing. And then I was able to smoke with him, you know, a little bit. And that was great too because, you know, it's nice. Um, it's nice sharing. And yeah. And we were able to talk about faith and stuff like that. And I don't know. It was just a really good conversation. And, you know, it ended with him showing me like how his fucking drawings. And I'll tell you what, the dude is fucking talented. He's got some talent. The first picture he showed me was, it was like a skull and with a crow behind it, and then there was an apple, like towards the bottom side of the skull, and then coming out of the skull's mouth was like a, I don't know what the flower is, but if I saw it, I could be like, that flower. It's like it was just like a flower. It was just a little flower with a bunch of fucking like, not a rose, not a like daffodil, not a tulip, not an orchid. I don't know if that's a fucking flower. Not a snapdragon, not a dahlia, not a sunflower. it's kind of like that circle flower that has like a bunch of fucking like petals. I don't even know, but they're not petals because it's all like, it kind of looks like it's all fucking connected in a way. I don't know. But yeah, it was just fucking beautiful. And much like I'm doing, he didn't really get into too many details about stuff, but his journal was taken, his binder was taken, and in his binder he had a bunch of his prized possessions, including a butt ton of his drawings. And so, he had this new binder and he had to start over. And I told him he's off to a good start, because he is. He's very talented. And he got in trouble apparently or once for like trying to sell some of his artwork on the street or something. I don't know. I hope he's able to. Low key, I really hope he's able to, because yeah, some of it's dark and some of it was dark and stuff, but that's also where he's at, That's where he's at. And sometimes doing art is an expression of where you're at. It's an ability. It's that expression of getting that stuff out there. And that's part of the reason why not being able to get that dub on Tuesday by performing, I just took it a little bit harder, I was like, dude, I'm feeling all this stuff. I need to get it out. I need to express it in an artistic way. And yeah, so that's where he's at, and he's expressing his art in a darkish way. But I tell you what, he's fucking talented. He's very talented. And yeah, I just ended the night. We went our separate ways after that. And then, yeah, I gave him like $11 to get some Chick-fil-A. And that was that. I went home and I was just beyond happy. I was just elated. I was like, dude, thank you, sweet baby Jesus. I needed a dub and you provided. And it was in a way that I didn't even expect it to be. I was like, man, I'm gonna fucking do some comedy, what, dude, it's gonna be great. Didn't get picked. I was like, all right, fuck it, dude, I'm gonna get ice cream. I need this dub. And not only did I get ice cream, I got a fucking cherry on top, you know what I'm saying? And then so yesterday when I woke up, I was feeling just rejuvenated. I was feeling alive. I was feeling strong. But at the same time, I was feeling low and down and weak and just these bad emotions. And so I had to work through those emotions and be like, where is this stuff coming from? And I had to put it all together. And eventually I came across this Rising Tide song. And it was like, fuck, dude. This is great. This is fucking great. And it is great, man. It is great. Because, yeah. I was able to work through those bad emotions and figure out what I'm really feeling. And then I was able to, I was able to share and connect with my fellow brother. He wasn't black, he was a white guy, but you know what I'm trying to say, he's a brother still. Brother in Christ. And so, yeah, my man Sweet Baby Jesus provides, and sometimes it's in ways that you don't know how, and Much like this being patient thing is, it's working towards something, whether or not you can see it. And hopefully eventually you can see it, because I've seen it now a little bit more that I've gotten to the mountaintop. And by mountaintop, I mean the crappiest part of it all, And then once you're there, if you if you look out, hopefully you can see what is what, I don't know. Hopefully that makes sense. But thank you so much if you made it this far. I wasn't really sure if I was gonna do a second podcast, but here we are. And I guess we'll just continue going on from there, Until next week or whenever, much love. Let's go out the way we came in, baby, with the rising tide. I'm not monetized, so fuck it. We're playing this shit. Freedom. Thank you guys. Love you. Take care. Bye-bye.